Good evening, boys and girls. If you see that I have something on my face, it's because I do. I want to talk to you about kind of an experiment that I've been doing on cleansing my skin. This is the cleanser that I'm using, and I will discuss what it is after the fact and compare it to another cleanser that is widely used by influencers and estheticians promoting it here on YouTube. So the first thing I do is I take a little, probably about 3/4 of an inch of this cleanser that I'm using right now, not mentioning what it is, and I put it all over my face. I go up under my eyes, but not close, just in this area where I would typically put my concealer. I go over my eyebrows. I do not go over my eyelids. And then once I have it smeared all over my face, it turns opaque white. It is opaque white when it comes out of the tube. I take some warm water, tepid water, not hot. And what's left on my fingers, I foam it together. It does foam up. And then I go and I wash my face with it, and I bring it down my neck. Because typically I put my foundation down my neck. And I just kind of at first massage it in with my fingers to loosen up all the makeup, all the dirt, all the oils. Then I go back in with my latex scrubber, which has little teeth. Now, I've done videos like this before, but this one has a slant to it. So I take this latex scrubber, and in circular motions, it's very gentle on the face. There's two sides. There's this side, which the nubs are harder, and then there's this side, which they're like little fingers that just kind of gently rotate around your skin. This was a gift to me from a friend in a gift package that I got from her during 2020, the early part of 2020, at the onset of the pandemic. Okay, so then what I do is I look at it, and you can see the makeup. It rinses right off in warm water. It doesn't come off with warm water, then rinse it with hotter water. But it will come off because the cleanser is mixed in with it. Then I turn it around. See, there's a little nub you can put your fingers. And I use the nubs that are stiffer to go around my nose, because I tend to flake around my nose. I tend to flake around my eyebrows, between my eyebrows. I go over my lips. It's a massage, really. And I go where I might tend to get milia, and I try to slough off all the dead skin cells with it. It's a very gentle way to do that. Now look, more makeup. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to use a cloth. I'm going to splash warm water on my face, and I'm going to get the makeup and the cleanser off. And then I'm just going to dry my face. This is one of those cloths I talked about in my one of my videos that I no longer will use to wash my face with it. But I decided that might have been a little extreme, so I leave it hanging, and I use it just to wipe, pat my face dry, and then I hang it back up. That one seems to have done really good. There's no lint on it. I just recently washed it because all I did was put it in with sheets. That's it. Okay, now my eye makeup. There are all kinds of eye makeup pad removers. Look, I just get what's inexpensive. I'm not going to pay $12 for 100 or 80 to 160 pads when I can spend $3 and get 80 cotton pads. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm just throwing them away. Do not waste your money. And I'm using the simple eye makeup remover. Thank you so much, Caroline. And I'm removing my eye makeup. Now, this eye makeup comes off really easy. This is the Sky High, as I mentioned in my other video that I posted the other day with the card reading. This is the Sky High. And this makeup remover is so gentle and so nice. It doesn't, if it gets in my eyes, it doesn't burn. It does a really good, it does a really good job. Look at this. Like, this will be my go-to eye makeup remover. I do not like oil eye makeup removers because the oil gets into my eyes. And then no matter what I do, I'm seeing blurry for like a half an hour. And then all this stuff collects in the corner of my eyes. If you're older, I would not recommend it. And of course, unless that's what you like. But I wouldn't personally recommend it, okay? I cannot see real close. Usually I fold it and I take a clean side and I go back real close to the edge and underneath to see if I have any residue, and I do not. Sometimes little flecks of mascara will get into my eye, and I really try to get those out right away. Okay, now what I'm going to do to prove to you how great this cleanser is, I'm going to go back with some warm water and my latex scrubber, and I'm going to scrub over my skin again. Of course, it's not going to be smooth because I've just rinsed everything off. But I'm going to go back, and I want you to see how great this cleanser is. Look at this. Clean. Completely 100% clean. Now, I will tell you what it is. RODAN and Feels Redefine Daily Foaming Cleanser. I thought to myself, okay, I let go of my website because they were charging me and my sales were diminishing. Didn't want to expend that kind of money. But you can still get this through me. And I am going to put in the description box where to go, the link to the RODAN and Feels website, the amount of this cleanser, and when the website comes up, it will ask you to look for they call it a consultant. I don't feel like I'm a consultant. I only give you my experience, okay? I don't have all that running through my brain of what to tell you about what. All I can tell you is this works. There are other kinds. If you have ultra-sensitive skin, if you've got melasma, or you've got age spots, hyperpigmentation, there is a cleanser for that. There is a cleanser if you have acne, okay? This is basically for normal to dry skin, combination normal to dry, all right? It gently purifies, exfoliates, and smooths the skin. But you can read about it on the website, and I will give you my full name. And when you go in to that website, on the left, I believe, it will ask for a consultant, because any old consultant will show up. And if you scroll to the bottom, you want to type my name in. Okay, that's if you're interested by the end of this video. So I said to myself, well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to purchase this popular cleanser. And I paid money for it, which was very close to what I pay for this. Probably $15 less. And I bought the La Roche-Posay for normal to dry skin, hydrating, gentle cleanser, safe for sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin. I can still use this. When I first started using this, it pulled so much impurities out of my skin. I did break out with maybe 3 blemishes. But as time went on, went away. If I don't use this, I will break out with blemishes. So I decided I was going to try this hydrating gentle cleanser. This is still full. I tried it one time. I did not double cleanse with it. I used this straight out of the tube. It is not quite an opaque white. It's very liquidy, whereas this is stiff. This doesn't go anywhere and when you rub it on your skin, it's stiff. I put this all over my skin. I couldn't see where I was putting it, number one, because then it turns clear. There is no smell. I let it sit for a few minutes. I used my latex scrubber, and it took off a considerable amount of makeup. Then when I went back and tested it again, I still had makeup on my face. This does not clean my face. It does not. I'm not lying to you. You would have to use, and this is really interesting because you would have to use a cleansing balm first, and this, to get it all off your face, wipe that off, and then re-cleanse with this. Use this, and then chances are your makeup will come off completely. That's a no-go for me. If I've got to do 50 million freaking steps, I don't save any time. And I have found, because I've done a lot of this in the last year, this works best for me. And this is what I will continue to use. And then I have the other cleanser in the Redefine, that is the Daily Clay Cleanser. So this one is a little different. This one is maybe in the morning, you've cleansed your skin at night. Maybe in the morning you want to give yourself kind of like a facial. You put this on bare skin, and it has a little bit of grit to it, and you let it dry. 2 to 3 minutes, you walk around the house, make your coffee, whatever. 2 to 3 minutes later, you take it off. You wet your hands, you foam it in. I don't even need to use this. I just foam it in, and then I splash water and I take it off. So it is a miniature mask. It's like a 2 to 3 minute mask. I have had these tubes for 6 months. 6 months. Look I still have plenty in here. I mean, this is going to last me another 3 to 4 months. For the price point, you're really getting more out of this than you are out of this. And this is all over YouTube. Just type it in Google. Okay? I'm not saying it's bad if you don't wear makeup and you want to cleanse your skin, but believe me, if I want to cleanse my skin and I don't have any makeup on, I want all the impurities out there that gather on my skin every day, including sweat, dirt, whatever. I want that off my skin. So I will put the link for this in the description box along with my name. And, but I don't have my website anymore. And if I get enough orders, then I will call them and have them add me my website back on. I will pay for it. But I didn't see any point in having it. So I don't call myself an independent consultant. I'm like the middleman distributor of this product. Okay? Now, getting on to another quick subject. I purchased, because I'm running out of my magic cream. Okay? I cannot use coconut oil. I'm experimenting because people keep telling me, that they find that unusual because it's a natural antibacterial. It's the oil. It's oil. If I put oil in my bathtub, if my pores are open and it gets into my pores, I will break out in hives. But I'm finding out that I can use a little bit of coconut oil or coconut butter in things like lip balm, and it doesn't make me break out. What else? Something else recently that I had purchased, didn't realize it had coconut oil in it, but it's such a small amount. It's such a small amount. So I haven't had any problems in that sense. But I can't use it. I can't take like coconut oil out of a jar and smear it all over my body. I can't do it. So I'm down to about this much. And I'm using it sparingly. Well, I took my Nivea. I had a little jar. I took a big swipe out of this Nivea because I don't like that greasy feeling. This isn't as greasy as the American made. I will put this on straight on at night, like 3 times a week. Love the smell, but I wanted it to kind of like water it down, and it's an occlusive. It's kind of an occlusive. It does sink in eventually. So I put it in a little jar, and I put it in the microwave, but I left it in the microwave too long. But it did turn clear. I added some water to it. It did turn clear. And so what I did was, I couldn't take some of it because once I took that little jar and put it in the sink, it cracked. So I am going to experiment with that again with my Pyrex measuring cup. I'm going to put some of this in there with some hot water, and I'm going to leave it out to see if it solidifies, and if it doesn't, I will be using this as my serum. Because what I did was I took some of this. There's a lint in here, and that grosses me out. I'm sorry. I like my stuff to be clean. I like the outside of my jars to be clean. I like my stuff to be clean. You can see that this is completely clean because I got that piece of lint out. Must have been on my fingers. I took about this much, and I put it in my fingers like this. As you can see, it's really thick. And our water is pretty hot. My husband's got a thing about that for it to be a real cleaning agent. I took my fingers and I ran it under the hot water. And as you can see, it will start to break it down. So I did this. Okay, see what it looks like now? Run it under hot water again. I did this. And then this is what I put on my face yesterday morning. And it worked really well. So we'll do that together. And that was because Joseph, when I asked him, he explained to me what to do from Joseph Makes Skincare. Look, go over to Joseph Makes Skincare. You may not want to make everything that he shows you, but he has some great tips. And you know, I don't really want to make my own cream because I have so much. I want to use what I have. But when I run out totally, I'm definitely going to use it. And I use the Nivea Original Moisture on my arms and legs. I'm too afraid to use this on my face. Anything that's used, that you put on your body, I'm too afraid to put this on my face. So that's that. And the next video that I plan on putting up is, what is a narcissist? Now, I am not a psychotherapist. I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. But I have had my share of run-ins with narcissists. And quite a few years of it. Quite a few. So what we're going to do on my channel together is I'm going to discuss some of they're not qualities, although some of them can be. I'm going to discuss what constitutes a full-blown narcissist. Not narcissistic behaviors or traits, a full-blown narcissist, and how to combat it, because I've had to. And I have gotten great results. Getting back to the cream, and then we will end this video. We took off yesterday, and I stopped in another town in Massachusetts because they got rid of our Family Dollar and put up a Dollar General, which I don't like it nearly as much as Family Dollar. I loved that store. Well, this town had a Family Dollar, so I had to go in and pick up something for my dogs, and I poked around, and that's where I got these. I decided I wanted to try the Cetaphil, which is doctor recommended, moisturizing lotion for dry to normal sensitive skin. Instantly smooths and protects skin from dryness for 48 hours. And this has avocado oil in it. And I am a big fan of avocados in general and avocado oil. I could probably live off of avocados. I love them so much. Avocados and sprouts, avocados in my salad, avocado dip, avocado slices on the side, you know, as a side dish, avocado on tomato. I mean, I just love it. So I'm going to put this on. Yeah, there's no seal. I'm going to put this on. Now it's relatively, I put a lot. No smell. It's relatively thick. But let's see how this works, okay? Wow, you do not need a lot. That's way too much. I'm going to use the rest on my arms. Let me go down my neck a little bit, and then I'm just going to use the rest of this on my arms. I put a lot on my face. So I am going to wipe some of this off. I'll just pat it. And if I like this cream, this will be the cream I buy. I paid $4 for this small travel size. Compared to, I got this on sale for $100. It came with an eye cream. And I got this back in January after Christmas. So I don't use that all the time because I use it sparingly. If I can make my Nivea serum, and this works really well for me, that's what I will be using. Fraction of what I've been paying. I will have to say that my Rodan and Fields, I did love. Their cream has a lot of, it's got like either a 30 or a 45. I think it's a 45. I don't quote me on that because it's been a long time since I've done that research. But they have sunscreen in their face cream. And that does last about 3 months. And it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. But, you know, and also their toner is really good. But, you know, I found comparable toners, so I probably won't be purchasing that. But as far as their cleansers, can't beat it. You cannot beat it. All right, my beautiful friends. Be well, be blessed, be beautiful, because you are, because there's nobody else on the planet like you. And look for the video as I put on makeup. What constitutes a full-blown narcissist? And we will discuss it. And I will give you some tips that will greatly help your life. It will help you, your inner self. Okay? Because you need to take care of your inner self. So until next time, you know I love ya.